guys! Welcome back to my channel. So I'm Sophie from Manila, Philippines. In case this is your first time watching my vlog, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures with me. So I'm happy to share that I finally made it here to Batanes! So Batanes has been on my travel bucket list for the longest time, but I never had the opportunity to come here until today. Currently it is March and it is one of the peak seasons or the best times to come here in Batanes, and we're in the middle of a crazy travel situation right now because of the coronavirus outbreak. I had to postpone a lot of my trips abroad for safety, and I decided to take this opportunity instead to travel within my own country. So my boyfriend Martin is actually based in Singapore and his school got suspended for a whole month, so he came home instead, and we decided to take this opportunity to travel locally together, which we rarely do because of LDR. I've been wanting to go to Batanes because of the majestic views, and based on the photos I've seen, it's really beautiful. But more than that, I really wanted a different kind of trip. I've been longing for a detoxifying trip, one that will really force me to just detach myself and disconnect. I think Batanes is a perfect place for that because I heard that signal here is pretty bad, so you won't have internet connection, no one can reach you. I think it's really perfect for me at this time because I feel like I really need to take a pause and reflect. Wow, ang drama. But yeah, I think I really need this time to let go of my worries and just think and reflect about life. So we will be staying here in Batanes for 5 days and 4 nights. So we arrived earlier this morning at around 11 a.m. We left Manila at around 10 a.m. The travel time is about 1 hour and 10 minutes. We flew through Skyjet, which is one of the 3 airlines that fly from Manila to Basco, Batanes. So you also have other options such as Cebu Pacific and PAL. When we booked about 2 weeks before our flight, super clutch, the cheapest fare that we found was really through Skyjet. Our fare costs around 11,000 per person. That's already round trip. That includes insurance, checked-in baggage, which is 10 kilograms for free. The other airlines can reach up to 20,000, which is crazy. So I think the fare generally is expensive. With that amount, you can actually fly to other places abroad. So when I researched, you can score some promo fares to Batanes from about 3,000 to 5,000 round trip. But these are on promo for a reason. So probably because the weather isn't as good or they're not during peak seasons. So when I did my research, the best times or months to go to Batanes are from December to February. So those are the pretty cold seasons. And then from March right now until about April is about summer season. And then the rest are rainy times. So I don't recommend booking on those months. I've heard a lot of stories from my friends who booked to Batanes that their flights got delayed because of weather conditions. So I think that you really have to plan it well and just don't settle for a cheap fare because you might just get more hassle with all the delays. We booked our entire Batanes trip from tour to accommodation with this travel agency called Bisumi. So I'll link it down below if you're interested in booking with them as well. So I decided not to do a DIY trip this time around because I really just want to relax and just leave it to someone else. Sometimes tour is the way to go, and I think for Batanes, like I've read a lot of reviews and blogs about it, and people really book tours, and I think it's really the best and most convenient way to get around and see the place. So we are currently checked in BNG Lodging. It's really near the airport, as in 2 minutes away. You can probably walk to the airport from here, but they had free airport transfers, which for me was really funny kasi 32 minutes we were here na. The place is really simple, very basic. They don't have a lot of hotels here. I really like it because it's very simple, complete. I think a lot of the accommodations here in Batanes are similar to this. A lot of homestays. They have water heater, air condition, a refrigerator. The best thing about it is it's very clean, which is my top priority when booking a place. Our agenda for today is really nothing much because today is our rest day. We arrived at around 11, so in case of delays, we shouldn't book a tour because it might affect it. We're probably just going to head out for lunch and tour the town a bit more. made it to our first stop. We're at Fundacion Pasita. So it's a famous hotel here. I think it's the only luxury and high-end hotel. But we're not staying here. We're just going to eat at their restaurant called Café de Tucon. And we had to take a trike to get here, which was pretty expensive. It cost 150 per way. It was really a hassle for us to book a trike because they have limited tricycles and you can't just flag one down. You really have to call in advance, but even if we called, they didn't pick us up. It's just a struggle to get around through Tricycle here. Guys, look at this view! There are two types of tricycles available here in Batanes. So one is called Batoda and the second one is called Cogon. Batoda is like the regular tricycle that we have in Manila, while Cogon is a more social one, more spacious and a lot fancier. So I'll show you guys how it looks like tomorrow because that's what we'll be taking for our tour. In terms of price, Cogon is more expensive. To get to Fundacion, it costs 250 per way, so 500 back and forth, while Batoda is only 150, so about 100 off. Still, both are expensive for the distance, but you really don't have a choice because it's a mode of transportation here in Batanes. Having late lunch, so this restaurant's really nice. Now I know why people come here. It's really because of the ambiance, interiors, the views. It has a direct window that has the views of the mountains, the hills, and the sea. Their menu is pretty on the high side, so the prices start at around 300 pesos, but they're really quality food. They have a lot of assortments. So they have Italian, like pasta, pizza, and they also have Filipino dishes or their local Batan dishes, which we decided to go for since we're here in Batanes. So I ordered a rayu. It's a mahi-mahi fish, or it's something similar to daing. And I really like it. It's not oily, it's not too tasty, and not too salty, which is the usual taste of daing. Marami naman siya, a lot of serving. It came with yam, which though I didn't really like because it didn't taste like anything. Martin ordered picadillo. He also liked it. So we're gonna spend a few hours here since ang mahal ng pamasahe namin dito. Kailangan worth it. The thing about here is na walang signal, so you're really forced to talk to the person that you're eating with.
Hindi nga, kausap mo yung camera.
Yan, kasi I'm vlogging. I think it's worth it to come all the way here, even if it's quite far and pricey, because the food is good, it's not too salty, it's well balanced, they have a lot of things on the menu, and the interiors and the place is really nice. I don't think though that we'll be coming back because it's 300 to get here. So on top of the food, mahal talaga siya. But worth trying out. Just a bonus, they have a gallery or studio. So we'll be checking that out. It's for free. And they also have card payments, which is not so common here in Batanes. So if you're out of cash, pwedeng option. Aral. Here at the gallery just below the restaurant. It's just a small gallery, just a few photographs and jewelry that they're showcasing here. I really love the floor, super intricate details.
So, what's your new job?
Welcome to Batanes.
Cebu Pacific.
Flight 818. Now boarding.
How do you put on the life vest?
Okay.
How do you put on the belt, the seat belt?
Seatbelt? Passenger seatbelt.
And tighten. And then, in case of emergency,
Like
brace, brace.
brace?
Brace, brace.
We're out and about again. We just woke up from a nap and we're going biking. So we found this place. It's called Triple K. They have bikes for rent. Guys, I'm so happy. We just bike for an hour and it only cost us 25 pesos for 1 hour per person. Super great deal. Like if you go to Manila, it would probably cost you about more than 100. And it's really nice here to bike around. It's generally safe. There are not a lot of cars and the town is really small. I highly suggest that you rent a bike here. There are a lot of rentals. Just find one that's closest to you. So it's getting late. We got some breakfast food. So there's no grocery stores here. Don't expect. Puro sari-sari stores lang. People here are so nice. Like for our bike ride, we didn't even give any deposit. They just let us use the bikes and then return it after. And then for the stores here, because we didn't have change, they just let us come back when we had. So really nice experience so far. We're here at Hero Joy Cafe. It's just walking distance from BNG. We decided to just go somewhere near because it's already pitch dark and it's hard to find places. So we've been here for quite some time, for more than 30 minutes because the place is packed. But the food is okay, it's pretty good. I recommend the drinks. If you're looking for a place for local Batan dishes, I recommend this restaurant. It's one of the top places to go to based on the reviews that I've seen online. So this is called Blue Mass Flower and it's made from blue flower, which is butterfly pea, PEA. That's why it's this color. It's not food coloring. It's very refreshing. It doesn't taste too sweet. We have a lot of other organic juices here like turmeric, coconut. So I recommend that you try it out. It's only 75 pesos. Surprisingly, it tastes really organic. It doesn't taste like it's made of syrup, but just made of natural ingredients. Guys, it's officially our second day here in Batanes and we are going on our first tour. So we're going to the northern part of Batanes. So it's a half-day tour. We started today at around 12. We got picked up at BNG by Bisumi. So we booked with them. So we're going to be taking this social tricycle called the Kogon that I mentioned yesterday. The tour will last for about 4 to 5 hours and we're going to have lunch first here in Wunong. It's one of the top restaurants here in Batanes as well. package comes with a set meal here in the restaurant. It comes with soup, the main meal, and then dessert. Oh my gosh, guys, it's raining! So it's really cool. It comes in a banana leaf that's wrapped. So I got seafood options because I don't eat meat, which they accommodated. So this is fish. And then they have turmeric rice, which is pretty good as well. Stop. No rice. I usually don't eat rice. That's good. So far, yummy meal. Salad. Guys, ang sarap ng food. I really like this veggies. It's, I think, fern. It's so refreshing. Everything is so good so far. Highly recommend. For having dessert, they gave us this local dish called maruya. It's made of kamote and I really like it. It's my type of dessert. It's not too sweet and it's a bit savory and it's served hot. I really like this. The dishes here are very simple but very delicious. Not too salty, not too sweet, just really balanced flavors. Highly recommend this restaurant. We just finished lunch, super duper busog, and we didn't even get to finish everything. So I recommend that you visit this restaurant. If it's not part of your tour, make a reservation because it's a must try here. Before we begin our tour, we had to go to the capital to pay for some certain fees. They have the protected fee, which is 50 pesos, and ecotourism fee, which costs 350 pesos. So in total, 400 pesos per person. So you need that because sometimes they might check when you go to the different spots and you have to show it. So we made it to our first stop. We're here at Mount Carmel Chapel. So it's the first chapel here in Batanes. It's made of stone. It's really beautiful. So you can see there's like an arch there with flowers. Really nice for photos, and it's really just a quaint chapel and very, very nice. Beautiful view. It's on top of a hill. This is the view beside it. Look at that. Our second stop is the Pag-asa Station, which unfortunately was destroyed during the 2016 typhoon. You can't even see it anymore because it's really damaged. So the point of coming here is really just for the view, which is really beautiful and very peaceful. I'll show you guys. Ang ganda. So actually, the chapel that we went to earlier was also partly destroyed by the typhoon. I guess it was really a strong one, but I think they're rebuilding it and trying to fix it up. Our third stop is Fundacion Nature Lodge. So this is where we went to yesterday, except this is just a viewing spot. So you have a view of Fundacion over there, and then you can take some photos here. I recommend coming here again to eat their food and dine in the restaurant. So you're only allowed to stay up to here because they're only for guests. Those that can go up that hill where you have a better view are only for those who checked in their hotel. our next stop is the Japanese tunnel. This is not for claustrophobic people, guys, but we're gonna brave it. It's not too small. The opening is quite big. Just have to be careful because there's a lot of stones and rocks. Good luck to us.
May dalawa pong labatan, tapos may mga kwarto-kwarto po siya dun.
Oh wow, grabe. Made it out of the Japanese tunnel and super worth it because the view is amazing from here. So it has 2 exits, one leading to here, and it's called the Japanese tunnel because it's where the Japanese hid from the Americans back then. So just a trivia about it. From here we also have a view of the entire city and the airport. It's really nice. Guys, kung kailangan nyo daw ng signal, dito talaga yung strongest. LTE. You have to get out of the tunnel and climb this mountain. At our next stop, we're at Boulder Beach. So as the name suggests, it's a beach filled with really big rocks and stones, as you can see. It's really nice. It's just that it's starting to rain, so it's pretty hard to get around because I might slip and the waves are really strong. So this beach is not for swimming, it's really just for taking photos. Really, really nice. Guys, the struggle is real. We're here at our final stop for today. It's the cathedral over there. So this is just in town, very close by. This is our final stop for today because the weather is really bad. It's raining really hard, so it's not safe to go to the next spots that we have. Just a heads up, if you're planning a tour, try to check the forecast, although sometimes it's not even accurate, but you can still adjust it. So for us, we're going to do the 2 spots that we missed tomorrow instead. This cathedral is actually really nice from the outside, but it's closed, so we can't go inside and can't even take photos because it's raining so hard. Decided to end our tour because of the very bad weather. It was raining really hard. We even attempted to go to the lighthouse, but the wind was just really so strong and the rain was crazy. So instead of going to our lodging, we decided to go to this famous cafe called Phil's Brew. It's one of the top places to visit here also. It's really nice. It's just an outdoor cafe, but they have some covered areas where we're staying right now because it's still raining, as you can see. They have a lot of different desserts and coffee and drinks. Their best seller is this dessert called Dokayo. It's made of a local crop, but unfortunately they're out of stock because it's not in season anymore. So we got their tres leches cake, which is really good. It's like a ice cream cake. It's not too sweet, which I like. It's just right, like how all the other foods here are in Batanes.